Oh my goodness, man. Oda went out with a bang before going on hiatus. Like, is it me, or are the best chapters in One Piece always dealing with bounty reveals and Yonkos? And a warlord or two on occasion? Let me know if you agree in the comments. What's up, y'all? I'm the Black Kakashi, and if you're here, then that means you're a One Piece fan as well. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and also subscribe if you want to stick around. If you don't read the manga, this video is not for you, but I still appreciate you for clicking on this video. Now let's not waste any time and get to it. In chapter 1053 of One Piece, we get tons of hype. New bounty reveals, Odin's dad still being alive, a face reveal of Green Bull, and a look at his abilities, as we see him easily take down King and Queen, even though they were still recovering from their fights with Zoro and Sanji. But still, that narrative of admirals over Yonkos is still being, let known to the world, or let's just say. But the main highlight of this chapter was the reveal of the new Yonko lineup, being Shanks, Blackbeard, Luffy, and Buggy D Clown. Yes, that's right. Buggy D Clown. Former crewmate of the Roger Pirates, just like Shanks, and former warlord of the sea. Just seeing Buggy be put on that same pedestal as the Yonkos is honestly funny to me. Like, you mean to tell me we've been getting Yonko clashes between Luffy and Buggy since the East Blue Saga, and we never knew Oda had this planned out the whole time? Now, I love Buggy just like everyone else. I even call him Buggy D Clown, as in the Will of D, and not Buggy the Clown. But come on, let's be real for a second. Buggy has been living off of Marineford like Lauryn Hill with her debut album. Ever since the world found out that Buggy was a former member of the Pirate King's ship, they've been treating him like this hidden monster that's come out of slumber and is about to unleash hell. And I love them for thinking that. Because Buggy D Clown is up there with God D Usopp in terms of strength. Now this might be a hot take, but Buggy made a bigger impact in Marineford more than Blackbeard ever did.
What did you say, nigga?
Let me elaborate on that. Blackbeard broke into Impel Down, freed prisoners, pulled up to Marineford, killed Whitebeard, and stole his devil fruit, and all he got for that was the title of Yonko. But Buggy escaped Impel Down, pulled up on Marineford, was acknowledged by Whitebeard, and even challenged him. Survived an attack from Mihawk, the world's greatest swordsman, and escaped Marineford. This man was in the presence of the world's strongest man and the world's greatest swordsman and survived. And you know what he got for that? He became a warlord. And after the warlord system was abolished, you know what he got after that? He became a freaking Yonko. Both Buggy and Blackbeard traveled similar paths, but Buggy was the one to have the better resume, thus proving that Buggy is better than Blackbeard. Don't get mad at me, I don't make the rules. But let me put this in the atmosphere real quick. Buggy is so strong that he became a Yonko while sitting at 15 million berries. Think about that for a second. Blackbeard was sitting at probably like 200 million before he got his bounty of 2.2 billion when he was a Yonko, when he became a Yonko. Luffy was at 1.5 before he got his 3 billion bounty. Shanks, 4 billion, and Buggy, 15 million. Could you fathom the madness that is going on in people's heads right now after hearing that? Like, could you imagine if Buggy winds up having the highest bounty of the group just because he escaped the Marines? Like, I really want to know how Buggy was even thought of to be considered the next Yonko. And no, Oda foreshadowing it on the cover of Volume 25 doesn't count as an explanation. Like, was Big News Morgan just scrambling down the list of big name pirates and decided to go with Buggy? And since Morgan gets information like crazy, I think he might know something that we don't know. Me personally, I think Buggy escaped the Marines, and that's how he became the next Yonko. Because if it's just because he's affiliated with Roger again, I'll be sick. But when it comes to Buggy, always expect something comical. Even though I have my fingers crossed that he did something epic, or at least is getting the credit for doing something epic. Luffy finally getting that Yonko spot put a huge smile on my face because he's been putting in work since the very beginning of the story. And after being hinted at being the 5th Yonko in Whole Cake Island, we knew it was going to happen eventually. So with this new Yonko lineup, does that mean the narrative of having 5 Yonkos instead of 4 is dead? I think it is, to be honest, because they easily could have added Kid or Law as the 5th Yonko. Also because it's called, the 4 Emperors of the Sea as well, and not the 5 Emperors of the Sea. But then again, they probably didn't add them because they both defeated Big Mom, while Luffy defeated Kaido by himself. So maybe they're just waiting for one of them to try and dethrone Shanks. Oh wait, that already happened. Kid lost an arm because he tried pulling up on the goat. Speaking of goats, how is Shanks going to react to being the last OG of the crew? I know he's happy that Luffy is there because it means we're getting closer and closer to their reunion. And he's also probably having a good time and laughing at Buggy being considered a Yonko, because they both started off with each other and now they are part of the same group once again. Do you think Oda will keep Shanks as a Yonko? Which is what I want, to be honest, because his movie's coming up and I want all the Shanks hype as much as I can get. So, do y'all think that he's gonna keep Shanks as a Yonko to keep a somewhat respectable balance in terms of pirating? Because Shanks is already a respectable person in the pirate side and the world government side of One Piece. Big Mom and Kaido were the ones being a menace to society. Even Whitebeard was somewhat respected, as he has the "Don't mess with the Whitebeard Pirates" motto. But Whitebeard spent the rest of his life being with his family and not acting wild like his former Rocks crewmates. But I know for a fact that the world government was happy that Whitebeard was so laid back and not ambitious like the other Yonkos, because he definitely could have been the next Rocks, hell, maybe even bigger than him. Like, he could have been the next Pirate King if he wanted to, because nobody could test him. Rocks was gone, Roger was dead, Shiki was locked up or missing. Like, nobody could touch him. But the government should be glad that all he wanted was to look for a family, because chances are that if you have the title of being able to destroy the world, chances are that you're a top priority on anyone's radar. Okay, quick thought. Remember how I mentioned that Shanks is the OG of the Yonko group now? What if Whitebeard was the one to fill that role first? Because I believe that Whitebeard was a Yonko during the Great Pirate Era. Him, Roger, Shiki, and probably Rocks were running things before the incident at God Valley. I wonder how Blackbeard feels about this new lineup, because all 4 have had multiple encounters with each other, so you could say that it was destiny. With that being said, how do you feel about the new Emperors of the Sea? How much is this going to shake up the world we know as One Piece? Well, as Green Bull put it, the outside world is already shaken up, as it is a unholy mess. You also got Green Bull getting ready to pull up on Wano at the end of the chapter, Robin looking for the ancient weapon Pluton, and so much more. And I, for one, can't wait to see what's in store for us once Oda comes back. Thank you for watching the video. Leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you, and I'll see you in the Grand Line.